Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk to you about the most in-demand jobs in Norway and how much they pay. Working in Norway can be tough if you don't speak Norwegian, but if you are a highly qualified worker, you can certainly find a job in IT, healthcare or other in-demand jobs in the country. If the job you are looking for requires recognition of your qualification, you can contact the Norwegian Agency for Quality Assurance in Education. They currently accept applications for recognition coming only from Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Germany and Poland, but they plan to expand this list gradually. Norway jobs market is very healthy, as 70% of Norwegian population are currently in the labor force. Average working days in Norway includes 40 hours of work per week and 9 hours of work per day. 5 days a week is a typical working week here in Norway. If you're wondering how to find a job in Norway, I already gave you some information in my previous videos. You can check them here. If you still have any questions, please drop me a comment down below. I will be happy to answer them all. You can always contact me directly via email if you would like to discuss your case personally. In any case, you should always start with creating a Norwegian-style resume and a cover letter. Norwegian-style resume can include some information about your marital status and also about your kids, which is quite unusual for the resumes in other countries. If you do manage to secure a job in this Nordic country, you need to make yourself familiar what the average salary here is. What? Different sources providing different figures on your average salary you can potentially earn in Norway. One sources are stating that the average annual gross salary in Norway is 636.69 Norwegian krona, which is equivalent to $69.150 US. Other sources like Statistics Norway claim that the average monthly salary in 2020 in Norway for men was $5,870 US. However, average salary for women in Norway was slightly lower, which was $5,138 US. My goal here is not to be 100% accurate about the figures, but give you an understanding of how much on average you might be making in Norway. At the end of the day, it will also depend on your qualification and experience. Norway has a thriving economy and a very low unemployment rate, but international workers can sometimes struggle to get their foot in the door. To increase your chances of finding a job in Norway, you better learn Norwegian. While English is widely spoken, the local language is used in many organizations. Getting to grips with Norwegian will not only give you a variety of job opportunities here, but will also help you to settle faster into a new home. Networking here is also very important, as the variety of job opportunities are advertised through word of mouth and also gained by knowing the right people. Taking on summer, part-time or temporary work is a great way to build contacts and also to expand your professional network. Service sector forms a huge part of the Norwegian economy, and today I want to share with you the major industries which are extremely important in this country.
Let's go.
Petroleum and gas, no doubt, but also agriculture, chemicals, fishing, food processing, metal, mining, paper products, shipping and textile. While the Norwegian employers don't really like employing international workers, preferring giving those jobs to the nationals, those opportunities are also available for highly skilled international workers as long as they know where to look for them. At the end of this video, I will give you some very important sources where you can get the dream job of yours in Norway. International workers can have much more chances to secure that job if their skills are in demand. So let's get down to business. Let's discuss the industries which are in demand currently in Norway and how much those jobs will pay. Number 1, healthcare and nursing industry. In Norway, certain professions are regulated by law and they need to be authorized before can be practiced. Nursing is one of those professions. The Norwegian Directorate of Health is responsible for authorization of nurses in Norway. If you are a trained nurse in a different country and you want to work in Norway, you will have to apply for this authorization from the Norwegian Directorate of Health. Norway doesn't have its own authorization scheme for specialist nurses. When you apply for authorization or a license, you will have to complete an application form. You must also submit several documents together with your application. Documents that are written on a Scandinavian language, like Norwegian, Swedish or Danish, or in English. They don't need to be translated. Let's have a look at examples of jobs and their pays in this particular industry. If you are a nurse, your annual salary in Norway will be equivalent to 54.1 thousand US dollars per year. If you are a doctor, your average annual salary in Norway will be 182.7 thousand US dollars. If you're a pharmacist, your average annual salary in Norway will be equivalent to 80,155 US dollars per year. Second, building and construction industries. According to industry figures, an additional 10,000 construction workers needed every single year in Norway. The Norwegian building and construction industry is responsible for construction and maintenance of the houses and commercial buildings, and the development of the roads, the airports, and facilities related to defense, oil and gas, energy and transport. The sector is extremely sensitive to market fluctuations and pressures, and is often the industry which first feels the sign of economic change. This means that this industry is one of the biggest suppliers of temporary employment. Let's have a look at jobs and their salaries here. If you are a construction worker, your annual average salary in Norway will be about 51,000 US dollars. If you are a HVAC engineer, your average annual salary in Norway will be about 67.5 thousand US dollars. If you're a railway engineer, your annual average salary here in Norway will be about 62.5 thousand US dollars. Number 3, my favorite, hospitality and tourism industry. Unfortunately, but fact that in hospitality and tourist industry, the margins are extremely low. It is a challenge for the industry that the wage costs increase at higher rates than operative revenues, and the result is reduced margins. Certainly, tourism is that industry which requires a lot of employees. Wage costs in tourism and hospitality industry make up a huge part of the total operating costs than any other industry. Accommodation and dining have twice as high a share of salary expenses than the national average. The pandemic has naturally led to a major slowdown in the growth from the foreign markets, but there is a good reason to believe that growth will pick up again, and very soon, in the nearest years. Norway is not just a gorgeous, incredibly beautiful country, but also a very attractive and safe destination for international tourists to visit. That's why Norway always has a very strong demand for international tourists. Let's talk about some jobs in this industry and how much those jobs pay. If you're a hotel receptionist, your average annual salary here in Norway will be around 49.6 thousand US dollars. If you're a chef, your average annual salary here in Norway will be about 58.6 thousand US dollars. For the waiter in Norway, this average annual salary will be 42.2 thousand US dollars. Number 4. IT industry in Norway. Norway's government is partnering with the private sector to help resolve skill shortage in core areas in the country's rapidly expanding IT sector. Hiring IT security experts and skilled professionals ranks as one of the highest priorities for the companies in Norway. The gap between supply and demand for IT skills here in Norway is currently widening. A government report estimated that Norway could face a shortfall of about 4,000 experts in the niche area of IT security alone by 2030, unless the measures are taken to reverse the risk of a contracting talent pool. The corresponding estimate that in terms of a shortfall in 2021 is running at around 2,000. The Oslo-based Nordic Institute for Studies in Research, Innovation and Education estimates that people needed with IT security skills could reach 15,000 by 2030. If you're one of those IT professionals, let's have a look at what sort of job you can choose and how much the job will pay you. If you are an IT professional, your average annual salary in Norway will be $67.7 thousand. As a software engineer, you might be making an average of $66.2 thousand per year. Web developer in Norway is making on average $62.6 thousand, and UX designer is making $59.6 thousand per year in average. Number 5. There are some other job positions here in Norway which are also in high demand, and if you feel like you're a strong candidate for one of those positions, well, brush up your resume and good luck with your search. As an accountant, you will be making $48.4 thousand in average per year. Teacher, on average here, will be making $53,000.9. As an architect, $61.8 thousand in average. And as a marketing manager, $122.1 thousand per year. If you feel like you're really good and love working with your hands and have enough qualification, you can choose from those positions here. As a plumber, you will be making $41.1 thousand. An electrician is making $43.7 thousand, and a mechanic is making $43.3 thousand as an average per year. Let's sum up what we learned today. There are at least 7 major industries in Norway with shortage occupations. Those 7 industries are buildings and constructions, engineering, healthcare and nursing, hospitality and tourism, IT and manufacturing. The best way to get a job in Norway as a foreigner is to start by searching online. There are a few job search websites here that will help you get a feel for what's available. Arbeidsplassen, Job Directe and Finn.no. You might also start brushing up on your Norwegian. It's a good idea to start learning the local language. Knowing Norwegian and speaking Norwegian will give you much more chances in the ocean of other experts. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. What's your profession? Which sort of job you would like to find in Norway? Please let me know in the comments down below. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye for now, guys. Bye.